Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of O to Be Whole with Camille Young. Glad to have you here with me on today. Yes, y'all, we are in September and we are rolling. Hope you had a good Labor Day. Holy Rollers, what's up? How y'all doing? Yes, my Holy Rollers. Holy Rollers, there you go. Glad to have you here with me. To my new subscribers, thank you all for subscribing. Glad that you are now in the Holy Roller family, the O to Be Whole family. All right, books are yet selling, so we're moving on towards that greater mark. I do want to sell at least 1,000 books. Okay, I still got a little ways to go, but I'm more than halfway there. Hey, look at God. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. All right. We got the Young Sisters concert coming up this weekend. It's this Sunday. All right. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great time of worship. We have Southwind High School singers. They will be with us as our featured guests. We'll be at Fullview Missionary Baptist Church on Memphis-Arlington Road. I believe that's 7100 Memphis-Arlington Road in the Bartlett area of Memphis. We're starting at 2 o'clock. So come on out and let's have a good time. All right. Let's have a good time. So looking forward to that. Of course, we have the retreat still coming up. It's not too late to register. So go on down in that description and register if you haven't already. All right. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, people. We're going to have a glorious time. We're actually running out of space. Praise God for that. All right. Look, let's get started into today's topic. Today's topic is, would you want a male or female version of yourself in a relationship? That's kind of long, so I'm gonna say it again. Would you want a male, if you're a male, or female, if you're female, version of yourself in a relationship? So would I want an identical or a somewhat identical person of myself in my husband or boyfriend or somebody that I'm dating? All right, and this topic came to me, and I won't say her name unless you can make yourself known in the chat, but someone actually presented this topic to me. So that's why we're going to cover it on today. So thank you. You know who you are. You didn't give me, again, permission to say your name, so you can make yourself known in the comments if you want to be known, who the person who shared this topic with me and wanted me to talk about it. So, I thought about that, and I think I've hit on it before. But it goes back to one of those things that people always say, opposites attract, But something that I even wrote in my book, and it is not original to me. I actually got it from another author. She was on Oprah. I cannot remember. For some reason, I can't remember the name of the book, but in my book, I have her listed in there. But she said something, and this has been probably close to 20 years ago, and it has never left me that she said it. She says, and it's in her book, it says, opposites attract, but they eventually repel. Okay? Opposites attract, but eventually they will repel. And I agree totally with that, because many times we are attracted to the opposite, someone who is opposite of us or that's so different from us, because it brings a different excitement to our lives, for a period of time. Okay, or that brings new experiences in our lives that we many times enjoy in the moment. But over periods of time, if you really stay true to who you are and the essence of who you are, that person being so opposite of you can in most instances, it will get on your nerves, or you will begin not to like it. Anytime you start dating, it's always fun. The things that you may not have been exposed to, they may expose you to, or things that they enjoy that you don't necessarily enjoy, but you're willing to do because you're in a relationship. All of that is fun. But over time, as you get to know who you are even the more, or if you stay true to the essence of who you are, those things can get on your nerves. Those things sometimes will be the very thing that will break up the relationship. I never forget I had a conversation with somebody years and years ago, and she always said, my man can work. He ain't got, he need to go get that money. He work overtime and all that. That's good for me because he going to get that money. And I've always been the type of person saying, yeah, I want a man who works, but I need him to recognize that, hey, you got to slow down because you got a family. We got to make time for each other. It ain't all about the money for me. Never has, never will. Money passes away, baby. Money can't. When you sad, money don't do nothing. It may fill a void for a moment. But when you really want that person and love that person, you want that person, So, but later in life, she kind of changed her tune to that, in that recognizing that somebody who works all the time, in the beginning, it may be cool because they may be providing certain things. Y'all may be going on trips or whatever, or he has a certain lifestyle that you enjoy, but I always say I don't want to get married to live single. Okay? I don't want to get married to live single. I want to get married to live as a married person. I want to do things that couples and married people do. So I went all the way around the world just to come back to tell you that yes. Now, I do believe I would want someone who is very, it may not be, and I don't want anybody that's exactly like me, but I need somebody that's about 80% like me. Yeah. That we have the same value systems. We enjoy a lot of the same things, family orientation, communication skills, you able to elevate my mind, you funny, like to travel, but maybe not too much, because I will travel, but I don't love to travel. I don't love that, because I like being, they too loud out there. I like being at home. Okay, I'm more of a homebody type. Now, I like to get out and do stuff ever so often, but being in the streets ain't my thing. That's not my thing. And and having a mate that like to run the streets, and that's not a bad thing. And let me pull that back. Not so much run the streets, but likes to be out and very sociable, like to go places, and nothing's wrong with that. But I probably don't need a person who likes to do that a lot, because that's not what I like to do. I would prefer to be home watching a movie, or cooking together, or having a conversation, or just chilling, or, that's just kind of how I'm built. So, yeah, I need somebody that's more like me than not. You may disagree, the opposites attract. I'm sure that works for some people, but I would venture to say that for most people, it don't work well. Now, you might make it work because you may be the one that has to give in to that other person to make it work. See, don't get me wrong, relationships do require compromise, but when you have to change the essence of who you are, like be out like a person like me, having to go out all the time and be, that's gonna mess. I'm gonna be unhappy. That's not gonna make me happy. Okay, and that's just one area. That's just one area. That's just one area that I'm speaking of. But you have to look at all the areas of your life and make sure that the person that you are with complements that. And usually, if they complement that, that means that they are more like you than not. Okay, it doesn't mean that you won't have some differences. Okay, again, I don't want anybody exactly like me. No. Because I have to be able to grow, just as they have to be able to grow. So there have to be some differences, but I want it to only be about 20% that's different. And it has to be 20% in areas that are more ancillary in the relationship, not those core values, not those core foundations. We can't be different on that. No. We got to be joined at the hip. We got to be like this here on those issues. But things that are, on the ancillary, okay, yeah, I may have to compromise a little bit more on this or that. All right. He may not eat pork. Okay. Well, I have to cook chicken or beef. or something, or he don't eat beef or pork, or he don't eat meat. Okay, well, I may have to cook some meals that's just veggies only. So those things are compromisable. All right. If you have a different opinion, put it in the comments. Put it down in the comments. And let's talk about it. As I say, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Okay? Yeah, so that's pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, put your comments down there if you have a different opinion. Thank you to that person who suggested this topic. I would definitely want to hear your opinion about it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me again. Let's be at the Young Sisters concert. That's this Sunday at 2:00 p.m. at Fullview Missionary Baptist Church on Memphis-Arlington Road, starting at 2:00 p.m. All right, get your book today at o2behold.com. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, God bless.